In a quiet village, a group of mischievous students are well known for causing trouble. Their latest idea: prank old Mrs. Mortimer, a reclusive woman rumored to be a witch. Despite constant warnings from teachers and parents to leave her alone, the students are eager for excitement. Convinced that Mrs. Mortimer is nothing but a harmless old woman, they ignore the warnings and concoct a plan to scare her during the village harvest festival. Under the cover of night, they set off, confident that their prank will be the talk of the town the next day. The students sneak up to Mrs. Mortimer's house, their hearts racing with excitement. A decaying structure surrounded by overgrown bushes and twisted trees. The night feels heavier, the air thick with anticipation. With nervous laughter, they approach the door. They planned to knock at her door, throw eggs, and run. But as soon as they get close, something strange happens. The air around them grows thick, and the house, which seemed ordinary from a distance, now feels eerie and alive. Ignoring the growing sense of unease, they knock loudly and shout insults. Suddenly, the door swings open and Mrs. Mortimer steps out, her eyes glowing with a cold, unnatural light. She utters a strange incantation, and before the students can flee, they are frozen in place. The next morning, the students wake up in the middle of the village square, broomsticks and cleaning rags in their hands. Confused and humiliated, they find themselves compelled to sweep the entire village and clean. No matter how hard they try to stop, their bodies continue to scrub and sweep. Mrs. Mortimer appears, explaining that they have been cursed to clean the village for 3 days as punishment for their disrespect. If they disobey or try to escape, the curse would extend to another week. Helpless and embarrassed, the students began their 3 days of grueling, non-stop cleaning. As the days drag on, the students' anger and frustration give way to exhaustion and reflection. They endure mocking, laughter from their classmates, and curious glances from the villagers. However, they also start noticing things they had previously ignored: the beauty of their village, the kindness of their neighbors, and the simple joy of hard work. Sweeping streets and scrubbing walls, they slowly came to understand the consequences of their actions. Mrs. Mortimer watches from afar, silently noting the change in their behavior. On the morning of the fourth day, the students wake up to find the curse lifted. Relieved and humbled, they rush to Mrs. Mortimer's house to apologize. She listens quietly, then tells them that true learning comes from experience, and now they understand the value of respect and responsibility. Grateful for mercy, the students vowed never to pull such a reckless stunt again. From that day forward, they became more thoughtful and well behaved, forever reminded of the 3 days they spent cleaning the village and the power of their actions.